Good evening. Welcome back to another episode of JC Fire Expedition. Tonight we have high spice sauces, one honey that I have yet to try, so I'm really excited about this. There's a couple companies that I talk just really highly of. I appreciate all the makers, from all over the globe, man. But I have just been so blown away over the last year and a half with just some of the high spice sauces that I have been getting, easily turning into one of my favorite companies, man. Justin and Katie are outstanding people from the islands of Hawaii. But tonight we have some hot habanero honey, Hawaiian version of a Sriracha sauce. And I'm excited for this, man. I know Justin raves about this one. The Papaya Jerk, right there it is. Papaya Jerk. So we got the hot habanero honey, we got the Sriracha style, and we got some papaya jerk. Papaya, so good with that jerk seasoning going on in there, man. I'm anxious to see some of the papaya and the jerk consistency here on that one. Gonna start out with the basic. Right there it is, the hot habanero honey. Now, I'm pretty sure from what Justin told me, I don't believe this is available on the site. So if you're interested in it, you probably have to get a hold of Justin or at High Spice. I know that they sell this one right here in at their farmers market that they do. So try to get a good pour of that there. Ooh, look at that. So nice. Love honey, man. Nothing beats some delicious honey. Oh, surprisingly, it's got a little tingle to it, to be honest with you. From what Justin tells me, the hot habanero honey, I guess, is just basically the Hawaiian, the Maui honey. And they decided to implement some hops into it when they cooked it up. So pick up some of that hob taste in it. I'm going to be honest, it's not overly hot, low medium, if you ask me, on the heat scale there. Definitely a low medium, not too bad. It's got that real nice honey sweetness, brightness to it, with a little of that hob taste on the backside. Man, that is delicious. I could see that used in teas, breakfast. I can see you using it in smoothies. It's got a nice, smooth, sweet honey taste to it. Nothing much to it. But you do pick up a little bit of that hob. It's not hot. Definitely like a low medium per se. But, man, that is good. That is delicious. You guys like honey, right? There it is. Hot habanero honey, man. Smooth, sweet, little taste of that hob on the backside right there, but the upfront sweetness from the honey. Not overuse of just making the honey too hot. It's got a subtle sweetness, subtle heat to it, but lets the honey play really nice with that. I think he says he uses a 10-to-1 ratio between honey and hops. So, that's going to be put to good use. 100%, man. Justin, Katie, excellent job. Nice, sweet. You know, there's not much to it. It's just hops and honey, cooked, bottled. You pick up some of that nice heat from the hops. Not overkill, but it's the perfect amount of heat because then you would taste all full-on pepper. I think the use of the hops using the 10-to-1 ratio was absolutely perfect. So that one was delicious. We are going to go to Justin's work in progress, he says. The Sriracha sauce. He's got this one kicking. So I had to write it down. So the Sriracha is red jalapenos, garlic. So I know it's going to be very garlic forward. Apple cider vinegar, Hawaiian chilies, which are like a Thai bird's eye type chili. Fresh squeezed lime juice. So you're going to get a little bit of that sourness from the lime juice in there. Maui honey. Srirachas tend to have that sugar, some sort of sweetness to it. So you got the Maui honey in there to sweeten it. And Hawaiian sea salt. Salt used in moderation in a sauce can really, really, really enhance, you know, the flavor profile. Oh my gosh. It's like Sriracha on garlic steroids. Oh my gosh. So, do pick up those red jalapenos, but man, it's like garlic on steroids. I kid you not. Oh, that garlic up front. Oh, who doesn't like a freaking garlic sauce? Sriracha. There it is. Red jalapenos, garlic. So you're going to have the jalapenos, the garlic up there, apple cider vinegar, some Hawaiian chilies in there for a little bit more heat, to add a little heat to that. You have the fresh squeezed lime juice, so you're going to get some of that sourness in there, a little sweetness from the honey. So you get a little sour, you get a little sweetness, you get a little salt on the backside to enhance those flavors. The use of Hawaiian chilies, which are like a bird's eye to spice it up just a little bit from the red jalapenos. And the garlic up front. Ooh, that one definitely, ooh, there we go. Pours out a little thicker. I have myself a hefty spoonful of that. So, does pour out a little thicker. Beautiful consistency. And that's one of the things that I rave about high spice. The sauces are just smooth. They're consistent. They're fresh. Everything about high spice sauce is just done perfect and is done right. So, Justin, let's see what your work in progress is made of. Here we go. Alright. Garlic, 100% on the bite there. Jalapenos, those red jalapenos, and the garlic, boom, right up front. 100%. Red jalapenos, garlic, right? Pick up just subtle notes of the sourness from the lime juice. Not overly sour, almost as a little bit of an accent. Pairs extremely, extremely well with that honey. Honey used, not too sweet. Some of the srirachas can just be overly done with sweetness to it. This is subtle. It's nice enough to just sweeten it enough to give you that typical red jalapeno sriracha sweet style. But there's his own little twist to it. So the red jalapenos 100% come up front. The garlic, it's just like red jalapenos, garlic, boom. They meet right away. The Hawaiian chilies just enhance that red jalapeno a little bit. To me, this is like a, once again, like a low medium. It's not high medium. For somebody that's not the standard chili head or super hot fanatic, you know, they'd be able to tolerate it. It's got that beautiful aroma of garlic up front, man. It is so good. Little sweetness, little sourness from the lime juice, but the red jalapenos and that garlic just do their work. Oh My goodness. Man, oh man. That is an incredible Sriracha style sauce. I'll tell you what, there's some incredible Sriracha style sauces out there. I would be hard pressed to think that that does not compete with the other ones. One that comes to mind is Jay Turner's at Burns and McCoy. His Sriracha style sauce is magnificent. I would 100% put that one up there that competes with the best Sriracha sauces I think I've tried. This is just exceptional. So I was going for 2. See if I missed something on the first grasp here. So, nope. Alright. No doubt about it. Red jalapenos, garlic. Once again, up front. Really balances out because you don't get that very upfront vinegar taste like you do with some of the other sauces. This is 100% about those red jalapenos, accented by those Thai chilies, or Hawaiian chilies, with that garlic up front. It is just a traditional style table sauce. No way around it. And when we say table sauce, that is 100% one of the best compliments you can get when you refer to table sauce, because it is just extremely versatile. I'd be hard-pressed to find something that it's not good on, right? Outside of your desserts, obviously. But meal-wise, I would be hard-pressed to find that something it's not. Subtleness of that lime juice on the back, just to accent it enough to kind of accent those flavors a little bit. The Maui honey's there, but it's not overly sweet. Some of those srirachas are just way too sweet. This is just exceptionally done. Man, I would put that up there as one of the best srirachas I've had. I'm not going to kid you not. It is that good. If you like garlic, you like a just well-balanced, traditional style table sauce, man, you got to get yourself some. You got to talk to the man himself, Justin from High Spice. Wow. Justin, man, that is insanely good. Man, when Justin does something, he does it right. And that's what I'm finding out, man. I am finding out Justin, man, just comes up with these ideas and he wants to roll with them, and they just turn out magnificent, right? One that's not in production, I'm kind of disappointed about that, kind of took some of these, hot sauce groups by storm, was that 3 times garlic he made. He had 3 different types of garlic in there, one including black garlic. It was one of the most garlic-forward sauces I think I've ever had, and it was just magnificent. It was hands down one of the best garlic-forward sauces I've ever had. It was just something that he came up off the cups, and man, I really, really, really hope one day that gets into production, because that is good. Man, I still have that beautiful taste of garlic right now. It is absolutely magnificent. So, last but not least, Papaya Jerk. Yeah! Papaya Jerk. We got papaya, Maui onion, Thai chilies, apple cider vinegar, parsley, cilantro, interesting, garlic, Maui honey, brown sugar. So you're going to get some of that sweetness in there, right? So we have honey and brown sugar. You're definitely going to pick up the sweetness on this one. Soy sauce. Nice touch. Hawaiian sea salt, allspice, thyme, cinnamon, nutmeg, cumin, cloves. Wow. So, oh my gosh. You got the jerk flavor in there, man. There's no denying it. You got, that allspice. You got that thyme. You got that cinnamon. You got that nutmeg. the backside is all about making this spice, that jerk style sauce, cumin, cloves in there, right? We're gonna really see how much of that comes out. You even got parsley, cilantro, garlic in there. I'm anxious to see how much of the sweetness comes out because he's using Maui honey and brown sugar. But the brown sugar could pair extremely well with the jerk, and also with the papaya, which is on the front. If I have my guess, this is almost going to be like a jerk style sauce with a Hawaiian flair, shall we say. So you have like this papaya up front, you got the sweetness in there, and you got just all those jerk seasonings just on the back. Let's see how this one pours. This one does pour just a little, oh no, I thought it was going to pour a little bit thinner, but it actually poured quite nice, to be honest with you. Got lots and lots of seasoning and spices on that spoonful. So, really want to see how much of that papaya stands front. And let's see what the balance goes on here with this. All right. Papaya comes up on the front. 100% pick up the papaya. Subtle sweetness up front. Gonna be honest, I pick up the papaya, I pick up the sweetness, right? Those Thai chilies don't hit right away. So I get that papaya, I get that sweetness, and then the spices just unload. So you get that nice sweet papaya flavor right up front, right? So I definitely pick up, you know, some of those spices in there. Then on the backside, like I said, it's almost like a jerk with like a Hawaiian twist on it, because they're using the papaya. You're using some of that sweetness, right? So with the sweetness in the papayas up front, you're really letting the flavors of those come out, right? So you're picking up some of that, right? And then you're letting the Thai chilies, they kind of come on a little bit after the fact. They don't come on right away off the start. And then you just get hit with all these like jerks. So like the jerk season. So you get the allspice in there. You get the thyme. You get that cumin, you know. I even pick up subtle notes of the cinnamon in there, which is really nice. Some of that nutmeg. Some of that cloves, right? So, oh man. This is jerk done right. 100%, right? So this one has a little bit more heat than the other two have, if you ask me. This is solid medium, right, for me. Somebody that may not be like the chili head or be able to handle lots of like heat. It probably be like a higher medium for you guys. If you don't, always go in for 2. Man, that is incredible. The papaya and sweetness is really, really nice up front. There is just no way around it. It is extremely, extremely nice, right? But it doesn't set there where you're like, oh my gosh, this is just all about papaya and sweetness. The Thai chilies come in then after you get that initial hit of the papaya and sweetness. The Thai chilies come in, and when those Thai chilies come in, that pepper, the heat from the pepper, then really escalates the spices in there. You know, I don't know if I pick up so much the parsley and the cilantro in there. I do pick it up ever so slightly in there, but I do pick up 100% all the spices on the backside, man. Just make this an incredible jerk style sauce. Is definitely one of the more unique jerk style sauces I've had, and I don't mean that in a negative way. I just mean that it's unique, it's crafted perfectly, but the papaya and that sweetness up front really give it its flair. And then those spices from the jerk just come in, man, with that Thai chilies to escalate those spices, man. That is good. Man, I kind of wish I would have had this bottle open for Thanksgiving, because I imagine that this would have been exceptional on like a Thanksgiving turkey. My goodness. That is incredible. Papaya Jerk, if you're looking for a Hawaiian twist on jerk style sauce, this is a go-to, man. It is exceptional. It is just that papaya and sweetness up front with the chilies, and the spices just escalating on the backside is just magnificent. The Sriracha style sauce, oh my gosh. I would say that this is easily one of the best Sriracha style sauces I've had. That aroma, the pleasantness of the garlic with the red jalapenos in there were just magnificent. With some of that, lime juice just to accent a little sourness, but then the sweetness coming in with that honey was just delicious. And man, what is there not to say? It's hot honey. It's just basically Maui honey cooked up with some habaneros to give you some sweet heat. Woo! So there you have it. We had them all. I don't know if I can grab them all at once, but there you go. Woo! There you go. Get at it. High spice. We're in a time where some of these companies are running deals. It's been a rough year for some of these companies because they haven't been able to get out and get to some of these events due to COVID, man. What better way to go out and support some of these companies, man? Get out. Even if it's not high spice, get out and support some of these small companies that do magnificent things. So, Justin, Katie, keep up the great work, man. This stuff was exceptional. So, I hope everyone had a great holiday. We got more coming. I think next up, we're going to go back to some hotheads. I got 3 more to do from hotheads. 100% going to get into some of that. We're going to throw in some mixes in there. We're going to throw in some challenges. We got the works. Subscribe to JC Fire. Hit that little bell. Subscribe. Have a great night.